Hi, what's good, guys? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another fantastic Saturday live review of the Big Brother Bbnaija Season 7. Of course, it's the level up season. I'm super excited to be here. And if you're a returning viewer, if you're watching on the replay, I want to say a very big thank you. I'd like you to go to the comment section and let me know if you're a returning viewer. And if you're right here on the live, please come into the comment section and say hello. I want to see everybody who's on the live right now in the comment section. So, it's the week 2. This is the end of the second week of the Big Brother Bbnaija level up season. And trust me, I think that in 2 weeks, in the 2 weeks that has happened, that we've had the Big Brother level up season, these housemates have given us enough content that the previous season took time to give us, right? So remember that the last season, which was the lockdown season, it felt like these guys were, they weren't up and doing in the first few weeks of the season. They were struggling to give us the content that we were looking for and all of that. But of course, this season, these guys, they seem to be knowing what they're doing and all of that. So, I want us to talk about a lot of things that have happened in the past few weeks, okay? Things that have happened from the Saturday night party that happened, the choking we saw with Saif and, of course, Dozie. A lot happened this last week. So, guys, one more time, welcome to the Saturday live review. I'm excited to be here. I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined. Now, I need you to do me a favor. Everybody who's watching right now, I need to just like this video. Do me that favor. Like this video. You can see the like button there. Just click on the like button. And, of course, I'm going to post the link right now. So, people who want to join this conversation, you need to just, I'm posting the link right away, okay? I just posted a link. If you want to join this conversation, click on that link. And of course, I'm going to add you to this conversation, all right? So if you're watching right now, click on that link and I'm going to add you to this conversation, all right? Okay, so I want to start with what happened this past week, right? Let's talk about that. This past week, we saw that during the Saturday night party, we didn't see it coming. We didn't see the fact that, we're going to have we're going to have a Saif and a Dozie collaboration. How did it even happen? Nobody was expecting it. How would you have thought that a Dozie who was all over Sheggz, right? Who was all over Sheggz, the fine boy, would get to the Saturday night party and you would find out that it was Saif who was choking her. I wouldn't believe that, right? But of course, it was what we saw. In the long run, we found out that, she has a thing for chubby guys. You understand? She has a thing for chubby guys. She has a thing for people who have flesh. All right? She has a thing for people who have flesh. So right away, wow, my friend is here, Lady Harriet. Okay, so let me just add her to
Oh no. Hi.
How are you?
I ran. No, I'm not ready.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. How you doing? Good to see your face. Okay, so we have a pending conversation, but we'll do that when we get to chart, okay?
Okay.
So have you been following the Big Brother Bbnaija?
Yes, I have, and just like you said, it has been interesting, and there has been a lot. Everybody has been trying to, up their game. I think there's a lot of bad blood between the level 1 and the level 2 housemates where
There's a lot of work.
bad blood, bad vibes, bad energy because of the whole level 1, level 2, but they fail to understand that it's a team or it's a game. So I just hope when they leave the Big Brother house, the level 1 housemates won't feel we were in a better house, we had better, I don't know. I just hope at the end of the day they don't have that differences.
Okay. But you remember the last week, right? This Saturday that passed. It was a Saturday night party, and Dozie are supposed to date check. She likes check.
Yeah.
We now found out that she and Saif kissed. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I
Did you
didn't get
watch?
that. I didn't get the last part.
Did you watch where doing kissed Sai at the party? You know, Sai.
Yes, yes, I did. I did, yeah.
So what do you think? Because Dozie has been all over Daisy. She likes Sheggz. She's told Sheggz to face it. I like you, but because Bella is there, that's the reason why I'm not going to move towards you. Now she sees Sai for the party and she kisses Sai.
And
Okay.
everybody saw that as well.
Then she now goes again. Deji comes into the house, all right? When Deji comes into
Yeah.
the house, she tells Deji, I like you too. But Deji is saying that, see, I have heard your story. They told me you kissed somebody at a party. You're with this particular guy at the other place. He was like, no, I don't really know him. I don't really know him. I like you. So why would you say that kind of personality?
Well, I think Doing is, you know, you can, everybody has their own attributes, character, and maybe
Yeah.
that's Doing. Doing can like that women that love more than three guys at the same time.
How would a
It's
woman
not their
love? I'm trying to understand.
it's not their making. So what I'm trying to say is that I think she's just trying to be booed up in the house. You know, just I think it was last night I heard her say that that it's good to have somebody you come back to after the whole gist games and all of that. It's good you have someone, you know, you come back to your go-to person in the house. You're meant to have a good, that's what she was trying to say. She I think she wants to have one person that
You must have
she would go back to at the end
in
of
the
the
house.
day. Yeah, so I think that's what she's looking for. So she has looked for that in Sheggz. Sheggz already has Bella. She's looked for that in what's it called? In Saif is far away. She only gets to see Saif in the games, arena games, then the party.
Okay?
Then you know, I think arena games that it's becoming something else, and the housemates don't like the house too. And if they don't like the house too, she can't just go there and form all friendly and cozy and all of
Okay.
that with them
Yeah.
because they don't like. From what's going on from yesterday, I think they're trying to be enemies. I don't know, but she didn't like. She can't just go there and be all safe and be all lovey-dovey. So she's just trying to. Deji just came in, and Deji is in the same house. I think Deji is hot, and she's trying to, get the guy to be
Get the
with
guy.
her, but Deji is
One
a
guy,
fake
I
house.
needed to join this conversation. One guy, cheap water. So for DG, right? I don't know about DG. I don't know. I feel like DG. DG is supposed to shit things up in the house. DG is it's like he has a bad boy. Right? He's a fake house. He's supposed to come and shake up things in the house. Where is DG? Too chill. Now remember that also Donnie was talking to DG like, you know what? Yes, I like you. Let's leave that. Do you like Bella? What do you see about the relationship between Bella and Sheggz? She was even encouraging Deji to go for Bella and all of that. And I particularly feel like that is also very important because this is it. Dozie feels like if I cannot fight Deji, I'd rather split the relationship. It's like if I can't get it, I'd rather scatter it. So if I cannot get Deji, and I cannot get you, I'd rather put Deji in between Sheggz and Bella, scatter it, and then maybe Sheggz will become one. What do you think?
But what I think is, maybe for just Sheggz and Bella, I feel, for me, I don't know yet, but for me, I feel with the level of communication they have on a daily basis, it will
Yeah.
take something big and something huge to break them off. Deji cannot do that for now. I don't know. Maybe if they bring in a guy and a girl, and the guy focuses on Bella, and the girl focuses on that's fake housemates. The girl focusing on Sheggz. That might shake them up, but just one person at a time cannot do the job, and they need a plan. So if Doing is trying to break what they have by asking Deji to ask Bella out, Deji is not even. I don't think Biggie has even given Deji like that secret tax thing to go after someone or go after ships yet. But Deji is just trying to do what he has to do as a fake housemate because he's not going to win the money. So he has to do the best he can while he's there. So Doing is just, she just needs someone. She just needs somebody, and once she gets it,
She'll be
I'm sure
calm.
this all her drama will end. I'm very sure the whole drama would end
Okay.
if she gets someone.
No, I'm going to talk about the fight that happened between, what do you call it? The fight that happened between Ilebaye and Beauty. So for some of you, you're wondering, some people say I'm echoing. If you can hear me clearly, please just tell me you can hear me clearly in the comment section. I need to be sure that you're enjoying this conversation. All right, guys. I need you to share the link with your people to join. So let's talk about the fight that happened between Ilebaye and, of course, Beauty after the Saturday night party. Now, remember that there's always been an issue. There's been a subtle issue between Ilebaye and, of course, Beauty. Now, this is it. Ilebaye likes Groovy, right? If Bbnaija likes Groovy, she also understands the fact that Beauty is with Groovy. So this is a situation of we met in the house. I do not have your back. I'm not loyal to you. Beauty, this is Bbnaija, low-key saying, I'm not loyal to you, Beauty. It's a show. You like a guy, I also like him. It's a survival of the fittest, right? Now, when these people now meet, there's an issue going on between Beauty and Groovy because of the fact that, Groovy went to dance with Chumsy. So now, on the tone, Beauty also has an issue with Ilebaye because Ilebaye, at any opportunity she finds, she will like snug off to Groovy, probably lay her head on his chest or do all of that. And of course, Beauty is not comfortable with it. So the fight between Groovy and, of course, Beauty started from the party because Groovy was dancing with Chumsy. And here is, Beauty, very mad and angry at Groovy after coming back from the party. But of course, what do you call it? Ilebaye comes in like somebody who's trying to settle the fight between Groovy and Beauty. But Beauty is telling you that, what, you're a fake girl. You claim to be my friend, but I'm not going to tell you that you're with my guy. You're trying to get my guy from me, but go away. You're a fake human being. But, Ilebaye is trying to form like, I'm trying to resolve this issue for you and all of that. And that was what started off the whole fight, right? But I feel that it was very wrong for Beauty to have literally touched the properties on Ilebaye's body, because in Big Brother's house, if you have a fight, you're not allowed to touch anybody, even regardless of whatever it is. You guys can say words to each other, throw words at each other, but never, at no point, should you hit anybody or touch anybody. I need somebody to come on this conversation and let's talk about the fight that happened between Beauty, Groovy, and of course Ilebaye. I want to understand. I want to hear from you guys, your opinion. What do you think? So if you want to join this conversation, I posted the link. There's a pinned link down there. It's the link for you to join this conversation. So if you can, let me know. Click on that link and I'm going to add you to this YouTube live, right? I personally would have thought that Big Brother would have given her maybe 2 strikes. But in the long run, I also thought about it. It would be good that Big Brother didn't give her 2 strikes, because if Big Brother gave her 2 strikes, she would not really be able to play the game the way she wants to play it. Right now, she understands the fact that, okay, she has 2 lifelines. In case she misses one, at least there's still one. So right now, she's still playing the game with the whole of her heart. She's playing the game with the way she feels she can play it. She's tried as much as possible not to get into a fight with anybody. Now look at it. Ilebaye is very smart. Ilebaye knows the weak points of Beauty. So what Ilebaye tries to do is this. And let me add this person to the stream, right? What Ilebaye is trying to do is this. I'm going to trigger Beauty and make sure she gets another strike. That's my thought, right? That's what I think. I'm going to trigger Beauty and make sure she gets another strike, so she has one more strike. In the long run, if she gets out of my way, I will be able to have Groovy. Hi, Fortune, how are you? Hello? Hello, Fortune?
I'm good, thanks. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. And you?
Good. I'm great. Where are you calling from?
Femi, I actually need to cancel my YouTube because I'm hearing myself in the background.
Oh, you're hearing yourself in the background?
Yes.
Okay. So she's going to join back. All right. So now, Ilebaye understands the gravity of what Beauty is in. She knows that Beauty would flip up at any given time she is confronted. I mean, Beauty is like a lioness rather. She doesn't want to be accosted. She doesn't want anybody to tell her rubbish. But Ilebaye, the 21-year-old Ilebaye, is somebody who will face you big time. So Bbnaija is saying, you know what, I'm going to trigger Beauty so that the next time, you know, she does something, she can probably hit me, and then Bbnaija gives her another strike. And this happened when it was time for them to be in the garden and they were talking about kitchen. Hi, Fortune, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and it's better now. I canceled the other channel.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. And you?
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm in Poland, in Krakow.
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. How's everybody?
It would have been nice for us to see your face, though, but it's okay.
My background is not so good today, unfortunately. Next week, I will put my video on, yeah?
So tell me, have you been following the show this second week?
Yes, I actually followed the show the whole week and last week as well.
So tell me, what were the highlights, the highlight points? Let us start with the fight that happened between Beauty and Bbnaija on Saturday night.
Yeah, I actually had a lot to say about that fight on all the platforms that I'm following and commenting. And I agree with you there because I felt like Bbnaija was gaslighting Beauty because she knew her very well and she sort of knew the buttons to press on her. So in as much as Beauty cannot handle her alcohol, she said that before, and I think she was doing extra, but Bbnaija actually had a lot to do with that, in my opinion.
Okay, fantastic. Do you think that Bbnaija really likes Groovy?
I had never thought of it like that, actually.
Do you think that's the reason why?
Now that you're saying it, it's probably there could be something to do with that. But all I'm seeing in Bbnaija is like a very spiteful high school girl. That's what I see. I'm not sure if there's any interest in Groovy. I had not picked it before, but I could probably start looking, but I haven't seen it. I actually had never thought of it like that. I just see a girl that's just very playful and very reckless with her words and everything. She is very, very spiteful. Yeah.
Do you think the Big Brother should have given her a strike, regardless of the fact that she didn't touch Beauty? It was Beauty that touched her. But of course, Big Brother said, you know, she was provoking Beauty.
Yes, if I was Big Brother, I would have given Bbnaija a strike. And this is based off of, if you look at that video again, twice she went to Beauty and she was making these facial expressions that are the definition of provoking and spite. She knew what she was doing was intended at doing something in Beauty that was going to inflame what she was already feeling. That girl deserved a strike.
Okay. So I need other people to join this conversation. Fortune, please hold on. Right now, let's talk about Khalid and Daniella. So these were the first people who literally got down and had intimacy or had intimate moments or had sex, like we would say, in the house. Did you see that coming? Because personally for me, right, I didn't see it coming. I feel like Daniella is somebody who's lovey-dovey. She just loves to cuddle. Anyway, she finds attention. She's an attention-seeking person. So when she finds attention from a guy, she would tilt towards that place. Because, I mean, Brian, she started off with Brian. Brian wasn't giving her the vibe that she wanted, right? So when she found out that, okay, she also liked Khalid, because in the conversation with Kes, the married guy, she was telling Kes that, you know what, it's only one box that is left for Khalid to tick for her, right? But in the long run, we found out that she was tilting towards Khalid, and boom, they had sex. What are your thoughts about that?
Look, for me, these things will happen eventually if people are together, but I felt like it was a bit too early, and I just did not see that connection leading to that. I get that there's like a one-night stand and stuff like that, but knowing that Khalid is not interested in something long-term with her, I can only imagine one reason why they did it, for Khalid to trend, because, you know, if you trend, it can sometimes invoke some votes. I think that could be why they escalated the depth of their relationship to that level, to just try and see if they could get maybe some sort of votes from this activity. Because in as much as, yes, but by having everything else that they hadn't had, because they got close over 2 days, and the only other thing that was left, unless it's feelings, but I'm not sure how those feelings can be like that, considering they both know this, there's no longevity in the whole thing. I would like somebody else's opinion. I'm not seeing anything on the comments because I would want to see what other people think. I just thought it was a bit too early, yes, but I think it was pushed by the fact that if he trends, maybe he can catch some sort of movement and maybe get votes.
Can you hear me, Fortune?
I am, yeah. I'm waiting for the other person to come in.
Okay, so someone's coming. So, Fortune, hold on. Let me hear from Bolaho Adekule. Hello, Bolaho. How are you? Hello, Bolaho. Hello, Bolaho. How are you? Hello, Fatmata. Can you hear me?
Yes, Femi, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Thanks be to God.
So, talk to me. What do you think about what Fortune just said?
Well, actually, I did not hear what he was saying. By the way, I'm calling from Sierra Leone.
Hey, my people from
I know,
Freetown.
I know we are your people. I
Cassava,
know.
cassava stew. Cassava stew. Cassava leaf.
Cassava leaf and potato leaf.
I'm coming back to Sierra Leone very soon. I'll be back in Sierra Leone very soon. So,
Okay, it will be nice meeting you, Femi. I
yeah.
do enjoy your program all the time.
Thank you very much. So let's talk about Khalid and what you call it, Khalid and Danielle.
Beauty. Okay,
Khalid and
Khalid.
Danielle.
Okay, Khalid and Daniella, just that I don't want to say I'm a bit disappointed because Daniela was that kind of person I was anticipating that he's the science student, the strict girl that but no,
Yeah,
no,
she
no.
came in looking like that first corporate girl. In fact, the way she
Yes,
dressed,
exactly,
so you
exactly.
wouldn't even expect it.
Yes. It's as if they want to give Big Brother a grandchild before leaving the house. So we are looking forward.
But do you really think that that is a strategy? Do you think that because Fortune was saying that that might be a strategy? Do you think
It's
that that's
not
a
a
strategy?
strategy. It's not. It's not. I'm telling you. The Daniela that I know that is not a strategy. In a way, she's very composed. She's a composed person. But in this situation, she's unable to control her feelings and everything. I guess he likes Khalid. I guess he likes Khalid. I'm thinking about the age
But
range.
Khalid, is she older than Khalid? No.
I don't think so. No, what I'm saying about the age range is at that level, age 22, age 23, you want to try so many things, you want to experience so many things. I guess that is what is happening to Daniela.
Hmm. 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 Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know
Okay,
that.
can I chip in a bit?
Fortune, let's hear you. Yes, please.
Okay, so a quick one. I think maybe I'm leaning more towards her comment actually, because we probably do need to remember that these are still kids. At 22, if I remember myself at 22, I didn't think very deep about it. And the generation of this age group, they're also very carefree. So maybe it's got a bit to do with that. But yes, her looks were kind of deceiving. And especially the older generation may have looked at her. I'm older. I may have looked at her and thought, she looks like a PA. She's going to be the person that behaves, does admin. That's what she looked like. And that's the first impression that I got, which is called the halo effect. And it was definitely not right, because she's just a child that is still exploring maybe everything about herself. But yes, looks wise, she did not look like the person that was really going to go down and get dirty first week. But I was thinking maybe strategy played a part. But yeah, it could just be age as well because they are young. They
Yeah,
are
young
quite young.
actually. You wouldn't even think that Danielle is too pretty though. She doesn't look it.
No, she looks like a girl. And also, they act so aged in certain areas. So sometimes it's very deceiving to the mind to think that a person who says such
True.
big things on the stage is
True.
so young. Because, guys, let's give them like a round of applause. Those guys are intelligent. They bring content to to presentations and
Honestly,
things like that.
just
And
do
you're
it.
just like, this person could easily be 35. They've seen so many Christmases and yet they haven't. So
Hmm.
it's when they act so mature and we forget that they are children, they still want to explore a lot of things. That's probably where the disconnect comes in because they really bring like a lot of logic and sense and intelligence to the party when it's required, like Brian and all that. The intelligence is just top notch. So it can be deceiving that these people are actually still kids because at 20 to 23, in my world, you are actually still growing. You are a child or just a young adult. Let's put it like that so that we don't
Okay.
offend other people.
Okay. Is Queen there? Queen Angel, can you hear me?
Hi, Femi. Yes, I
How
can hear you
you doing? Where are you calling from?
from the US.
From the US. How you doing? It's what time there right now? About 8 a.m. or tonight?
Well, I'm on the West Coast, so it's 6:30 in the morning.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So tell me, I want us to talk about Dozie. Dozie has said she likes Sheggz. Now, she goes to the Saturday night party. She likes Saif. She sees Saif and they kiss. And then she comes back to the house and she finds Deji, the latest housemate, who's a fake housemate. And she tells that one that she likes him. And that guy is saying, okay, but I heard that you kissed a particular guy. There's a guy you have eyes for in the other house, Saif. And the next thing she said is, I mean, I don't know him that much. I don't think I'm going to be into him, but I like you. And then he tells her off. You know, he doesn't want to do or have anything to do with her. But she continues to pressure Deji. What are your thoughts about this? Because I personally feel like she is doing too much just because, like the first caller said, you know, she wants a guy in the house. She's doing too much. As a guy, I would not want to go for the kind of girl who's putting too much pressure. So tell me, what are your thoughts?
You said as a guy you wouldn't want to be with a girl that's giving too much pressure.
Too much pressure. I mean, you're coming for, see, not because if a girl likes me, yes, you can tell me and all of that. But this is it. Okay, so let me not even put myself in the shoes. You like this guy, but the guy is not giving you attention. Why not move on? Because it has to be mutual. Am I correct? Maybe I would enjoy it if a girl likes me, and I also do like her. If I like her, then we can be an item. So I like you like me. I would, if I like you, you wouldn't even have to be doing too much. You wouldn't have to be wasting your time telling me that you like me, you like what I would have told you I like you, and of course we will allow the ship to sail. But here it is. This guy is not even giving you a green light. A lot of time you're even insulting him, telling him to shut up, that he's an idiot, or that he's stupid, or does he have dementia? So what are your thoughts on that?
So, so I actually called in to speak on the situation with Daniella. To be honest, I haven't completely.
Let's hear your point.
But I will quickly comment on the Doyen Saif situation as well, because there's kind of a correlation with, like, I guess, gender norms or expectations. I think it's perfectly fine if she's going after two guys that she's interested in, even if she's just interested in them for entertainment. I think that's what fans of Bbnaija, they always want to see these ships, and then they want to see these ships get broken. So I think that's just part of her game, just trying to spice up the house, bring some entertainment, and maybe, I mean, there's really nothing else to do in the house, so she's probably just having fun. But I think it also correlates to the Daniella situation. I guess there's some controversy because she actually had relations in the house. Is that the problem?
Well, I think that, you know, for her, for Daniella, first off, you know, after she did all of this with Khalid, right? She was telling Cass that she feels like her people at home would be disappointed. I don't think there's a problem in the house. I hope I'm getting the point correctly, right?
Well, I was thinking more so, I saw a few people comment as in terms of fans outside of the house. They were the pride.
So this is it. The problem she has right now is not even with the facts. We're talking about the fact that you know that Khalid isn't going to have anything long term with you. According to what Amaka was telling her, Amaka was advising her that this guy is not going to have anything long term with you. So why aren't you giving yourself brain and just allow this stuff to die? Whatever you're feeling for this guy, allow it to die. But you know, like we call it in Nigeria, Konji is nobody's mate. Because being horny is nobody's mate. You understand? So you're trying to say that, okay, if for this house alone, if I'm just in this house alone, I don't mind having this guy as a guy I'm going to be with, and when we get outside of the house, we might not have anything. But according to what Fortune was saying, she was saying maybe it's a strategy, and I don't agree that it's a strategy. I think that they just threw caution to the wind, because even after the pool party they had, the lights were not off. They were under the duvet already squeezing themselves. Everybody does it. Everybody has someone, hugging and kids, and it's fine. But understand the fact that this is national TV, and there's a way we see it. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of biased because I'm coming from the US. So having watched Big Brother for like 20 years now from the US franchise, these kind of, I guess, bubbles have already been burst and on this side. So it was a shock for some of us who saw these types of things happen on Big Brother in the US maybe 20 years ago. But now it's a normal thing across all the franchises. And it's kind of, I think, the desired effect to see people that's kind of like the voyeuristic nature of Big Brother in general, because these people, they know they're on national television, international television, but we still want to see them behave as they would in the privacy of their own homes, and that's kind of what makes it exciting. So I think someone who I guess has become more acculturated to that effect, and especially, Daniella being Gen Z, this generation is different from millennials that kind of bordered. Either you were still more on the conservative side or you were more on the liberal side of things. I think Gen Z is more liable to be kind of innately comfortable with that type of behavior. And I personally don't see anything wrong with it. Again, only because I'm kind of desensitized to that in media. On like, okay, and from the stance of pretending, okay, it's not televised, just a mere fact that she was involved with him so quickly after getting to know him. I think that's also a personal decision. So it's I don't think it's any different than I
So,
just
so do you
feel
think
like
it's going to work against her in terms of the fact that a lot of people already begin to see that that might be a strategy for them? A lot of people think that,
but how would it be a strategy? I don't how is having sex in
well,
a house
because
a
you know that
strategy?
that was what happened with Kid Wire and Erika. See, whatever is happening right now, okay?
But
Boom.
that is what hurt Erica's game the most, because she suffered backlash because people were still viewing her with a more conservative lens. And with
Okay.
Kid Waya, I don't know how it helped them. Like, in terms of winning, it's just something that created a buzz around them. So if you want to say a strategy outside the house, that would be one thing, because their names are well known because of that drama.
Okay.
But having relations in the house doesn't give you extra points or make you immune to nomination or eviction. So I think there are two things. There's a strategy for becoming popular on the show for proceeds after the show, and then there's a strategy for actually winning. And the strategy for actually winning is to find a balance between being liked by your housemates and also liked by the general public.
Very
So
true.
yeah.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on Dozie and Deji?
I haven't been paying attention to them. I like the fact that Doyen is, at least her name has come up a lot. So I like the fact that she's, showcasing herself. I want to see a woman win this season as well. So I like people like
Who
her
do you
and
think? Who
Maka.
would you want to win?
Who would I want to win? I don't have a person yet.
Who do you think was the strongest female right now who has like a voice and has a presence in social media and all that?
Oh, I don't know about social media. I haven't been following them, but in terms of what I see from the highlights, I think they're all pretty strong characters. So I'm happy about that part of casting. Beauty, I don't even like her, but I respect the fact that she's
Why did you like
opinionated. Because she is a bit. I don't like her being boy crazy, losing her game over. Huh?
You think she's an alpha female?
Oh, she's definitely an alpha female, but she's not the only one. So that's why I respect her. I respect that she's not timid. She is definitely opinionated, and she's direct. I love direct people. So I love that aspect of her, but I just think the way she's playing it, coming after Bbnaija and whoever else she's attacked, that part I don't like. Like, she's channeling that energy in a useless way, in my opinion. That's the reason why I don't like her. But I respect her because at least she's taking action. I love to see. I love alpha female, so there's no doubting that she is indeed an alpha female in that house.
Okay. So hold on, Quinn, is Fortune there?
I'm here.
Okay, so do you know Diana in the house?
Yes, a little bit. I know her.
You know Giddyfi.
Yes, I do.
So now here is Giddyfi, he has a thing for Diana. He likes her. But also, he's talking to Dozie. So Dozie and Diana are quite close. So, as he's talking to Dozie, he's also talking to Diana. But of course, he was talking to Diana first. And then he goes to meet Dozie. While talking to Dozie, Dozie now tells him that I thought you were having a word with Diana about having a thing. And that she's going to tell Diana what Giddyfi has said. And she, of course, true to her word, she goes and tells Diana. And here is Diana. Diana is saying that she doesn't want to be friends with Giddyfi anymore. So this is it. Do you think what Giddyfi was wrong? What Giddyfi did was wrong? Looking at the fact that he was talking to Diana, but of course Diana has not said yes. So he's trying to say, let me give another girl a shot. Do you think it was wrong?
I don't think Giddyfi was wrong because the impression that we got initially was that the guys were just friends. And they always talked about the age gap and that it could never be anything more than that, and that's what viewers took it for, especially considering that this year we're anti-ships. And I was hoping this was not even a canoe. I was just thinking these are people that were close because they were close. Turns out it's not like that. So if we knew that there was sort of a ship brewing underneath, Giddyfi then maybe should have talked to Diana. But because I didn't see the ship, I think Giddyfi could have spoken to anybody that he wanted to. I think it was, it's only later when they started fighting, that's when I was like, wait a minute, is Diana interested in Giddyfi? Because even when Diana spoke to Doyen, she was actually, she said she felt insulted basically because she didn't think that people thought Giddyfi and Diana were like that, giving the impression that they were just brother and sister. Meanwhile, it wasn't. So to answer your question, I think Diana was dilly-dallying, so Giddyfi didn't get the green light. That's why he was a free agent. He could have spoken to anybody and he could speak to anybody. Even now, he can. But now I think he's scared because he really likes Diana, but he's very much afraid of losing her, whatever it is that is there, and the promises that she made with him to travel with him or whatever. So he's probably just going to hog her space right now. But initially, I think because there was no green light, I'm happy with him talking to anybody.
Okay. So, Ms. Queen Angel, I want to ask you, do you know Hermes very well? Hermes.
I don't know his behavior in the house, but yes, I know his persona. I watched his intros.
So I want you
I
to
think
talk
he's
about Hermes.
intriguing. I find him to be attractive. There's something about him.
I want you at 14. I want to get a cup of water, but I want to hear your opinions. Queen Angel and 14. What do you think about Hermes? His polyamorous relationship, what he's been able to do in the house, how under his reign he has been able to see that his level one, the wager task, and of course he won the head of house. What do you think?
I think that's great. I mean, he's obviously a great leader. He was able to gather them and get them to win the wager task. His relationship, I mean, everybody's consenting, so I think that's cool. I support people who wish to participate in polyamorous relationships. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. As a person, he's a strong character, and I think that the fact that he's basically overall a nonconformist, and I like that about him. I don't know why he's going into beauty though. Okay, earlier I said I don't like beauty, but I don't know why he dislikes her so much in the house, simply because she tried to come on to him and forming an alliance. So I thought that was funny. But he's yeah, I think he's okay so far. I like that he's kind of sparking some, I guess, competition in the guys. I remember watching the clip where I guess it was Brian that was talking about Hermes and explaining that, okay, he's trying to intimidate the house and stuff, because I like to see more conflict and competition between the guys, because we're used to seeing that between the girls. So I would definitely, if he can get the guys on edge and get them to start feeling a little bit insecure and intimidated, I would love to see that.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. And I think his reign as head of house has been okay. He's a little bit on the rough side. I think he can sometimes shout a little bit excessively, but overall, I think he's controlling the house okay. And because he's got so much energy, which we saw that in the first week, the task that they had the first week, the guy brought so much of energy, and it's like the guys just never matched his energy. So it's almost like he took that same energy and pumped it into the guys in this second week task. And it was so infectious. The guys were just all of, that's why they deserved this win, really. So I like his reign.
What do you think about Brian? Brian seemed to also have the same energy in the level 2 house. Remember that the first time the level 2 lost, they lost something to the level 1 guys. I can't remember what was it right now. It was a particular task they lost to the level 1 guys. When they got back into the house, Brian was saying, you know what? I'm not going to allow anybody make me feel like less about the way I am. And when they went back for, it was the head of house. So they lost the head of house to Elo Swags. There was Scythe, there was Dotun, and there was Elo Swags. And in the long run, Scythe was out, who was the only remaining guy in their team, in their level. And we also had Dotun and Elo Swags. So when they lost that, Brian went back into the house and told them, we have to win the wager task, which they won, right? But they failed to keep up the same energy for the next one. So do you think that also Brian was also influential to them winning their wager task last week?
100%. And they're similar. And they know that they're similar. They actually know each other. You can see there is an acknowledgement that I see you. I don't know. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Brian did not greet Hermes in the arena, but Hermes actually came to Brian. He's the only person that Hermes respected and greeted. It's almost like he knows that this is the person, because creatively, I think they're almost at the same level. And intellectually, they all read. If you know, Brian is a polymath, and he can see some of the strategies that Hermes is using from the books that Brian has read. Yes, so they are similar. Yes, when level 2 won, Brian had a lot to do with that. I agree. When level 1 won, Hermes actually really did have a lot to do with it, and he was cutting all the tails. You know, what is that London boy? Sheggz. It's very difficult to tame, but you could see that, I mean, Hermes was not having that nonsense. He was bringing everybody to form quickly. So I like that.
Very correct.
Yeah.
Very correct about that. Okay, so I want us to move to the next topic. Let's talk about Sheggz and Bella. The dynamic of that relationship is, I am beginning to wonder what's that relationship about, because Sheggz was saying that he doesn't want to be like Ozo. But here he. I saw somebody said fraud crawled so that Ozo could walk, so that Saga could run, so that Sheggz could fly, right?
I saw it, yeah.
There were people who were literally following girls around in the house during their seasons. Now, what do you have to say about Sheggz? Do you think Sheggz is doing this as a strategy, or do you think it's already been a worse version of Ozo on the show? So I will want Queen Angel to speak on this first.
I don't think anyone can be worse than Ozo. Honestly, it was Nengi had him wrapped around every finger. So but Sheggz, again, I'm biased because the people who I don't really care for, I don't pay too much attention to them. So I'm not very, very interested in either Sheggz or Bella. I see them, I'm like, okay. My main concern was, is it genuine or not? Because I don't know. I don't know. It just happened like the first day they were in the house. I was like, okay, that was quick. So what exactly did he see in her? But I think I've been hearing that she's not really giving him any attention back. Yeah. So it makes sense because, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Let me hear from Oluwafemi. Oluwafemi, how are you?
My brother, I'm good. I'm good,
okay,
bro.
so you're a guy, right? Let's talk. What do you think about Sheggz? If Sheggz was your brother, what would you say to him right now? You tell him, well done, you're doing well. Or you tell me now?
Well, although I don't normally watch the Islanders, I'm more like Team 20s, But
Okay.
from the little I've seen so far, I'm not really sure, honestly, of his motive because in one way, I think probably he likes the girl, and in another way, I think because of what Queen just said, maybe the girl is not giving him absolute attention and he hasn't attained his goal yet. You understand? So
What is goal?
I'm not really, yeah,
What is
probably
goal?
just wants to, make her fall for him and, kind of, just have her in the back. How guys do now, just have a girl, get her loyalty, keep her there. Probably, I'm not sure, or if he's in love with her, I'm not too certain, but I don't really
But
follow
do you think
them.
the guy
So
who is not in love would be all up and about a girl like that? Because remember that there was a fight. In fact, it's becoming so crazy that there was a fight that happened between Chumsy and Elo Swags. What was the fight? Because Chumsy likes Elo Swags, because Elo Swags had started talking to Chumsy. But because, Elo Swags kissed Fina at the party, Chumsy feels offended about it. So Chumsy keeps telling everybody in the house, oh, this guy kissed another girl, this guy kissed another girl. And then, Elo Swags heard and he was really angry at Chumsy and he was, angry at her. And then Bella puts her mouth in the conversation saying, you're a small guy, you're not that important. That was the conversation. It was not Bella's fight, but she put her mouth in the conversation. Now, instead of you to caution your girl from putting her mouth in the conversation that was not hers, you are facing Sheggz, who was now trying to face Elo Swags, telling him he will beat Elo Swags and he doesn't mind going home. You want to come because of a girl that you don't know.
yeah.
So I don't know. I think that he's taking that so far. I don't know what you think. Let me ask.
Yes, when that thing happened, then my first reaction was like, "What the fuck is wrong?" Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear? Okay, so when that thing happened, it was total bullshit, really, because I think the reason why Sheggz will do something like that is we can actually compare it to White Money Pere. I mean, it was feeling like Elo Swag is a gentle guy, someone you can just ride, or someone. I think Elo Swag, from the little I've seen in him, is more like the friendly, peace-loving guy. He doesn't really like to stress much, and I think he normally likes to take his time and stay by himself. So I think that was the reason why Sheggz took that initiative to try and see if he can bully him just to score a cheap point. Like, it makes no sense. If I was in that house personally, if someone like this guy in last edition.
Boma.
No, not Boma. There's this guy that was with Angel that normally, is with Angel. This guy
Cross.
If Cross was in that house, Cross would have fought with Sheggz, because what Sheggz did was stupid, was extremely stupid, really. It was annoying, it was stupid.
So I think the probably the only reason that Sheggz got involved is because it was kind of indirectly physically threatening Bella, because okay, she said come and beat me, and what did he say, like come and stand by me like if you were right by me or something. So it's kind of like,
yeah, you said bring yourself here.
Exactly. So that response, I think Sheggz was provoked by that response, because I mean, as far as I know, somebody saying come and beat me is kind of like, it's it's insincere. It's she's not saying, oh, okay, I'm actually trying to fight you, so why should he take it a step further? It's kind of like indirectly he was saying, I would put hands on you, and obviously that's Shegg's girlfriend, so any physical violence, any threat of physical violence to her, real or imagined or insinuated, to protect her honor and to protect his own, he has to step in. So I think that was the thing.
Elo Swag did not do anything. Elo Swag was just on his own. Conversation was not about Bella. Bella just put her mouth, right?
Yeah, so she can be wrong in that regard. So if it had stopped at no one had mentioned anything about beating anybody or suggesting that, then yeah, Sheggz would have been right to stay out of it and let her handle the argument as the grown woman that she is. But it's just that one thing, like the suggestion that, there could be physical violence. I think as a man, um, it was the right thing for him to say something about it. I
Can,
didn't.
can I come in
Uh,
after Queen?
Wait,
No,
wait,
go.
wait. You
When,
it was right for Sheggz to say something about what Bella did to support Bella in public like that, right?
I'm sorry.
Are you saying it was right for Sheggz to have like supported Bella in during the fight right there, right? Do you think Sheggz should have called Bella outside and said, "Babes, you know what? Don't say anything. This fight is not your fight. I know how you feel. You feel these. Just leave the fight alone. It's not our fight. Let them fight their fight." Don't you
He
think
could
that's
have.
what should be done?
He could have done that before the point where she made that comment about come and beat me, and then Elo Swag kind of fed into it. But at the point that comment was made, and he kind of clap back on that, then I think it was not about pulling her aside. It's just, I don't know. He would look like, in my opinion, he may look like less of a man if he didn't say anything. Like, I don't know. It's just, if I had a boyfriend in the
Ladies,
house
I
and he
know
didn't say
ladies.
wait,
I meant
let
to.
me come in. Let me come in. Let me come
Okay,
in.
let me come in and I want Fortune to speak to. All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay,
anything.
so I think that it would have been embarrassing for the guys if Eloswag had actually reciprocated Shegg's energy and probably they entered into a confrontation or possibly fight or shout something like that. It would have been so embarrassing. Shit life. I saw it. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, yes.
Were you hearing me before?
Yes, we could hear you now. It ceased for like 1 or 2 seconds, but we can hear you now.
Oh.
Hello? Are you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. So,
Go ahead.
like I was saying, I observed that it's something that Bella does. Like every small thing, she's quick to say, "Come and beat me," you know. And what I would have done if I was Sheggz, I would have
I
probably
think she
just
didn't
calmed.
even cheat you too. She didn't even cheat you too, so it's okay.
Yes, I would have calmed that down, taken out of the place, and have a diplomatic talk with my guy in the house. Hello Swag. If
Okay.
this guy Groovy, if Sheggz was Groovy wouldn't have done that. I think Sheggz handled it immaturely, the same way Will Smith did with this guy at the Oscar. You know, now it will now look as if Sheggz is being manipulated by Bella or as if he doesn't have a mind of his own. So it's a bad thing for him. I feel he should
Very
have
correct. Very correct.
handled it better. Yeah.
What does Fortune have to say about this? Let me hear.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of agree with what the guys have said, but I think Bella's mouth is kind of sharp. Unfortunately, she's my favorite. Fina is my number one. Bella is in the top three. I really like that girl, but so many times I just wanted to not say too much, but I suppose they're here to show who they are. Bella is so quick to say, come beat me. So what are you going to do? This, that. And you know what? Karma came to bite Sheggz in the bum last night because Bella did exactly the same thing to him, where she was like, I'll do this and come do your best. I was like, I want him to get a taste of what Elo Swag got. And what Bella did to Elo Swag was actually a mild provocation, but we'll let that go. And I just don't know why that blew up like that. And I'm happy that that energy was not reciprocated by Elo Swag. He went to bed, he just mellowed himself down. So that's good. But talking about that relationship, it's going up and down, up and down. I really don't want it to be a ship because I'm not a shipper. I'm so much anti-ships because I prefer seeing certain other dynamics in Big Brother's house where we can learn other dynamics of people being in a closed environment. But
Right.
as for it being a ship, I don't think it will sail, to be fair, because Bella is taking no nonsense, and I don't think Sheggz is used to what Bella is giving. I'm hoping Big Brother can bring in Rachel tomorrow. Honestly, if that banner that we saw, that there's additional people coming in, there is a Rachel there. That person looks like Sheggz' ex-girlfriend. I pray that Biggie puts that girl. Yes, she does. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. People were really lamenting it. They were talking about it. If Big Brother brings the, sorry.
I'm going to go check it. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's on the Big Brother page. It came out last week, and Big Brother only brought 2 of those 6 people. Yeah. There's another girl there, Rachel. And if Big Brother's idea is to break up all the ships, and Big Brother brings Rachel into this house, I actually think this ship is just going to scatter. And I'm happy that he does that, so that it just doesn't become about Love Island. We just want to see other things. It's not stable enough. Yeah. And Sheggz is doing too much.
Okay. Well, you realize that. Thank you, Fortune. You realize that Sheggz, right? Big Brother had already spoken about the fact that there's going to be something called Breakfast 101. We don't know what that is. There was a Breakfast 101 they announced before the show started, right? So I hope that they bring this Rachel girl into the house. Because I think that, what Sheggz is doing right now, he does not understand. Remember the last night they had a fight. So here is Sheggz. He's trying to correct Bella in the presence of people. He's saying that he doesn't like the fact that she's dancing with other guys during the Saturday night party. Tonight, one of the things I need you guys to watch out for tonight is the fact that Fina will most likely confront Chumsy over Elo Swags. Okay? Last Saturday night party was like the first time they were together. So remember that, Fina and Elo Swags kissed. Now there's a brewing fight that's happening between Fina and, of course, Chumsy in the other house. And, of course, Fina said she's going to go all out against Chumsy tonight over Elo Swags. Tonight, I'm hoping, I want to see what's going to happen with Sheggz when Bella dances with some other guys. When she's told him, I'm going to dance with some other guys. We're in the same house. You cannot tell me not to. I feel like Bella is still covering some parts of her character or her behavior because she also has a little thing for Sheggz. And she feels like, okay, I don't want to make him feel bad, right? But I hope that at some particular point, Bella can show Sheggz a little shaggy, like we call it. Somebody's asking a question, please. Angel, how can he watch in the US? Somebody's saying there's a guy called Ben Ibitobe here. He's asking how we can watch the show in the United States. Can you please answer?
I use a VPN. Currently, the only one that works is Bullet VPN. So if you use Bullet VPN, you'll be able to watch on Showmax.
I'm also using the same, Bullet VPN, and then you just download Showmax. It actually works. It doesn't break.
Please, if you can type it in the comment section so that he can also, he can also get to watch and all of that. Okay, so let's talk about the people who were given tasks. What's her name? Her name is Modella. She was given a task to go and shake ships up in the level 2 house. Shake the ship between Beauty and Groovy, or shake the ship between Khalid and Daniella. But we see Modella. She's already trying to fall in love. I do not understand. What do you think about that? Let me start before.
I was so surprised that she's starting her own ship. She's got an assignment from Big Brother, and she's doing nothing about that. I get that maybe she does need time, but I mean, it's been 2 days now. We needed to see some whiff of action a little bit. Yeah, I don't think she can pull it off, to be fair. I think she actually wants to start her own thing with Brian, because if she thinks she's breaking up off Brian and Bbnaija, that was not a ship. She needs to. No, that was not. There is people that are family planning in that house. I think that's what Biggie was talking about. Right. So that's what Biggie wants.
Well, you say family planning.
Well, it is family planning. They're definitely not trying to get pregnant. So they are arranging their affairs in order. They are using protection. That's what they said.
Because we got condoms that is in the house, right?
Yes. They are protecting themselves. So they are not bringing babies yet.
Okay.
I wish so much that Angel was in this season, or that Big Brother had given her such a task. She's the only person that would completely fulfill that task, like 100%.
I agree.
She would break up every ship. So he gave it to the wrong person.
I feel like Modella is not that beachy enough. Sorry to use the word. She's not that crazy enough to carry out that task. The person who would have successfully done that would have been Dozie.
Yes.
But Dozie like she's love stuff. Or maybe if Saif was in the level 1 house, it would have been better for Dozie. Dozie would have literally just left Deji alone and all of that. But for Amin, it's what it is. So I also just think that Modella might just leave the show if she really cannot execute the task. That people, just like why people brought you into the house. He says you're a fake housemate. But of course, as a fake housemate, you're going to get fame, right? Pere and Maria were fake housemates, really. And guess what? If the other housemates could decode who the fake housemates were, Pere and Maria would have left the show. We get it. We would have seen the whole of Maria and the whole of Pere to like the top 6 and all of that. But here it is. Modella is not that crazy enough to execute the task, the Big Brother. I feel like Daniella is even a bit crazier than Modella. As silent as Daniella is, Daniella could literally go and shake up a shit. And I also feel like maybe Modella is very scared because you won't go and try to take Groovy away from Beauty. Beauty will break your head. What do you think?
Yeah, she's scared of Beauty, definitely. I could sense that it was not even an option for her when Biggie gave her that instruction. She quickly went to Khalid and Daniella because Beauty and Groovy were sort of a no-go area for her. She said nothing about that. She's scared.
That would have been the best person to go after, because it's so easy to get a reaction out of Beauty. It would have been. I wish she would have
all she needed to do was lie and say, I was watching on TV and this guy is not into, he actually has a girlfriend. She can say anything. She's got visa. Yes, I would have done it. I don't have, I think I would have done it better than she's doing. She's just looking pretty there. I was like, are you also looking for your own ship? It's starting to disappoint.
Another person who would have done that, according to what Modella is saying, Modella Bakari is saying, Fina would have done it. Fina will execute it to detail.
But it's very difficult to take Fina seriously. So I don't know how she would have done it because some of the things come through as jokes, but I think she would have scattered it by maybe putting lies into these, feeding them lies to say, I heard this, I heard that, because she can be very vocal. So I can see that. But she's not, I don't think she's the kind of person that will break a ship by trying to snatch your man. But I think she's got the capability and the banter to put enough pepper into both of you so that you will not want to sleep in the same room.
And she doesn't know how to stay on task. So that's the only thing.
Do you think Amaka would have done it?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think Amaka would have done it?
Yeah. She can do anything to win. I love Amaka. Maybe she's my girl this season. Yeah, I think she would have done it and done it well.
Okay, so what are your expectations? Before we round up this live video, I want to ask all of you, the 3 of you, I first want to thank the 3 of you for coming on this live video and making the conversation.
Before you conclude, let me chip something in about the Modella.
Okay.
Although my network is somehow bad, but I hope you guys can
hear you play. Don't worry.
So I think she's actually making progress more than you just elaborated on. I was watching yesterday night after the task. She had a moment with Brian, and as a guy, I could see that she's already entering this guy, and
But that's not a ship.
The
It's not a
fact
ship.
that Beauty.
That's what Fortune is saying. Fortune is saying it's not a ship. Modella and Brian.
No, sorry, not Brian. I mean Groovy. She's entering Groovy. So before I will beg all of us to let us calm down till after the party. Then we'll see what will happen. But I can see some loopholes in Groovy when it looks at her. Especially, and she doesn't like drama, she doesn't like shouts like that. So she's kind of taking a sneakish part. So she's just giving them attention, being a good gist partner. If you notice her very well, she has this very strong eye contact that she maintains with the guys she's targeting.
Yeah.
Groovy, Brian, if you observe, she doesn't look Kesh in the eye, despite the fact that Kesh is beside her. So I think that she's smooth in her own way, and I just want us to give her till after the party because I can feel some loopholes in Groovy.
Okay. We're looking at that. Ben, okay? So what I'm going to say is final words from Fortune and final words from Queen Angel. What are you expecting?
Okay. So I'm expecting this week we'll probably have more tasks hopefully. And I'm hoping Big Brother can add another twist to the head of house, where the head of house, apart from nominating, can also swap housemates. If there's one that the head of house doesn't like, can ship them to the other and get, whoever they want from the other side.
Somebody in his house with another person there.
Yes. I'm hoping that since the head of house is not getting that much privilege, I hope Big Brother can add this to some of the perks of being head of house, to just, if you want, you can swap. If you don't, just don't. But we guarantee that if a person like Doyen wins head of house, she will want to swap some people across.
Okay. And Queen Angel, what are your final words? What are you expecting tonight? And of course, the third week. And I'm finally I'll ask a general question. So what do you think of Queen Angel? What are your expectations?
No specific expectations for tonight. I would love to see another fight stir up, not physical. I would love to see some conflict, but really, honestly, I think there's too many people in the house, and they're talking about bringing in other fake housemates. I'm like, I just really want to see some people leave, because I think more genuine dynamics will pop up, more real lasting conflict. And also, you do have a lot of alpha males and alpha females in this house, so I think that's why it's different from last season. Last season was very spicy because you had a couple of strong alpha females and males, and everybody else just kind of played supporting characters. But now it's just like every day there is a new instance of drama that pops up, but it doesn't last because there's so much going on. But I just want to see people, I want to see that house cut down to like half its size. And then I want to see which alliances really genuinely form. And so we can get some like real conflict and engagement, because right now it's just like high school, like, oh, I have a crush on this person, I have a crush on that person. And for me, that just gets boring. So, yeah.
Okay, so finally, one question to three of you. Who are the two people you want to see evicted tomorrow?
Who are the options? I even forget who's nominated. See.
So we have Fina, we have Amaka, we have Khalid, we have Saif, and we have Christio.
Saif and Christio, because yeah.
Yeah, I also want Christy all gone, and maybe Khalid, so that we can have Daniella back.
No, I want her to be happy. He's making her happy in that house.
He is, but because of the pace they're going, someone is gonna get bored quickly, and I just don't want it heartbroken that way. I want it heartbroken by an eviction, please.
True that.
They can reconcile outside. I love both of them, but I just feel that maybe they can reconvene their romance outside.
Okay. Let's see how it works. All right, thank you. For Femi, who do you think? Who are the two people you want to leave tomorrow?
Actually, I don't really have a favorite because I've not been watching the show. I've just been watching your channel, but I've started watching it. But I wouldn't want Crystal to go. I'm a little bit biased because she's from my place. So I know Fina can't go because she has a very strong fan base. Same with Amaka. So I don't know how strong Saif and Khalid is. But it will break my heart if Crystal goes, because I feel like she hasn't really unraveled herself completely.
No, but what is she waiting for? What is she waiting for? We all know that your first 2 weeks is where you make the most, because Big Brother is what do you call that? It's a dog eat dog. Not doing anything is shooting yourself in the foot. You cannot look beautiful only. That's all she does.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see, let me say this. The issue Crystal has is that no guy has actually gone up to her like in a form of attraction. What really makes these ladies, what really makes them unravel or give them this screen time initially is sheep. Now look at Bella.
Nobody was walking up to them, right?
Well, I don't follow the Islanders, but
so Dozie didn't have any guy, but she was going to meet guys, right? And for Chrissy also, Fam Sabi likes her. I said when Fam Sabi are like the people, but even Fam Sabi is also not a strong character, to be very honest.
Yeah.
It's just the next time if Fam Sabi is up for eviction, I'm sure he's going home. because it's not like a strong character and all of that.
No. Famsaf is on his way out himself, and Kes, I think those ones are going. So no. Christy O is leaving, definitely. If anybody's leaving, I think it's her.
Okay. Deepoor, final words. Welcome to the show. But who do you think is going home?
Hello. How are you? I hope you're good.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from South Africa.
Fantastic. Great. So tell me, who do you think is going home?
Most definitely, Christy O is leaving. I hope Khalid will leave as well. Though I think between Khalid and Saif, yeah, definitely Christy O is leaving.
Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you join us early next week. We're about to round up the live. Okay. I want to say
yes,
thank you. You want to say something?
Thank you for letting me in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's 2 o'clock every Saturday, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Nigerian time every Saturday. We come on live and we have a review of everything that's happened during the week. I want to say thank you to Fortune, Queen Angel, to Femi, and of course to Deepo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. And of course, tonight I'll be bringing you the whole highlights of everything that's happening at the Saturday night party. Make sure you watch it. It's for 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Make sure you watch it, and of course, join me again, and I should tell you everything that has happened, okay? I'll see you guys again next week, Saturday, but of course, I'll see you every day on my YouTube channel when I drop you videos or whatever is happening. Until I see you again next week, it's bye for now. Love you all. God bless you. Thank you very much.